Good day, my name is Miracle. I built Dream AI. So, Dream AI is basically an operating system for your career, whatever job you want to land, whatever skill you want to learn, or whatever career path you want to follow. I would love to share an idea on how this app was built. So, when I finished my 12th grade and I finished school and I was about planning to enter university, so it's happened that I've been this tech bro. I love coding, I love solving problems, but I don't actually know what to study in university. So I've always taken my time to make research and do a lot of stuff, but I don't actually know what course I should choose. So it took me a year. I had to stay back home a year just to plan my life. What career path am I following? Because I had these two mind, either to choose a computer science degree or go for software engineering. So I finally landed a software engineering course to study, and that's what I'm currently studying in my first year. I'm currently in my first year. So I built this app to solve that problem. If I had something like this, I wouldn't have stayed a year just to plan my life or to actually look for a course that will fit me. I have this mindset that no matter what course you want to study, no matter what career path you want to go into, no matter what skill you want to learn, if you have a structured path or if you have a structured information or system on how you want to execute it, you definitely get what you want. All right, in a synopsis, this is basically how it works. You create an account. So I implemented a simple authentication just with your Gmail and password. You're able to create an account. Right, so you get started. I'll try to like the app how the app works. It tries to get information about you, how sure are you, and a kind of a short survey of what type of activities you take, what matters most about you, or whatever you want to end up doing. Tries to get some data about you. So what basically happens is these data, I try to feed it to an AI model. So what the AI model does is based on the data I feed, it gives a matched response. That is how the algorithm works. Yeah, so you can see it's yeah, so it basically generates a very detailed roadmap on what informations you give to it, something like an input. Yeah, so you can see it's generated um, up to like three parts. There is for UX designer, product manager, and for each part there's a percentage of matching. Like I said, there's an algorithm that basically does the matching system. So you can see for UX designer there's a higher percentage of the part you should choose. So it gives a full detail of what you want to do. Like there's a feature for external link where you can actually go to some external sites to get some information or courses that paid courses you want to take, or even YouTube links. So that's how I implemented it in a way that you can actually get information from external sources. I built it in a way that for each part there's skills that you actually need to learn. So what this app basically does, it tracks for each part, it tracks the skill you learned today, and like just in a way I implemented it in a way that it gives a kind of a detailed activity of your progress, what you learned today and what you have not learned. So I implemented this feature. I got an inspiration from GitHub, and yeah, so that is how it basically works. So there's another feature for your dream job. So let's say for instance you set a goal and the 6 months goal. Like I just have 4 years to my intern, and let's say for instance as a US designer I want to land a job, or I am anticipating a job in a Microsoft. So I can just um write about it, and like it basically gives a very detailed response. So I implemented an open source API that basically helps you go through these jobs and companies and like analyze them and give you a detailed response on what you have to do, your gap analysis, and what you have to cover at this specific month you set. So this is just basically the response it gave, and you can see I just have like 12 to 18 months to actually get to reach this standard to like get a UX designer role in Microsoft. So you can actually like track what parts you finished, what course you've learned, and you can actually see a full detail of what you've covered and possibly check how far your confidence has increased. This is the infrastructure in which these apples built. So I use Flutter for the mobile UI UX and like front end, and I use Supabase for backend and authentication and storage. I use Groq and Olama, these free open source AI models for AI response and validation. For jobs API, I use Adzuna API and roadmap.sh API. These are open source API. And for the design system, I use Neo-brutalism. Thank you for having my time.